Okay. Give this a second to set. Come join. Sorry for the false start, guys. Trying to get this thing set up here. Alright. Let's see if this actually worked this time. Oh, good. Now I got faces on me. Set. Come join. Sorry for the false start, guys. Trying to get this thing set up here. Now I got faces on me. Sorry for the false start, guys. Okay, let's try this again. Having all the issues this morning, anything that could possibly go wrong is going to go wrong. So just give me one quick second here. I'm just making sure this loads. This is going to flip around, and then we're going to get started. I've got a lot to cover with you guys today. I'm really excited to touch on this topic. Let me just make sure this is lined up accordingly. Cool. I think we're good. All right. Hi guys, happy Friday. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. If you're watching this now, you're watching this after the fact. Drop any questions that you may have. I'm going to touch on every week, every Friday. I've been doing these live streams coming to you, no cost to you whatsoever, bringing you years of insight, marketing information, marketing tools, tips, tricks, resources, stuff I've practiced that's worked, that hasn't worked, and I'm a practitioner with this stuff. I literally started my first business when I was 7 years old, and by the way, thanks for the. If you guys like the glasses, let me know what you think of the glasses. Had a late night last night. I was working on a project that I'm really excited. I'll make some announcements, some stuff that's coming out in 2020 that's going to impact thousands of people's lives next year. So that's what I'm working on. I'm very pumped for this. But I'm here today to bring you the most common marketing misconceptions and help you get on the right path to grow your business. How do you spell conception? I think that's right. Yeah. Okay. By the way, if I've brought you any value whatsoever at any point in time, information, my podcast, my videos that I've done, if I've ever brought you value, the smallest thing you could do for me in return, the tiniest thing you could do is one, like this, give a little like, give a little love on this video, give a little love on this stream. The second best thing you can do is comment on this video. And if you really love me, which, if you really like this stuff, please share it. Other people need this information. And I know a lot of people need this information. I've spent the last, several years building my brand and marketing. And so my intention is to get you guys the best stuff here. Get this microphone out of the way. So give it a like, give it a share, give it a comment. If you're watching this after the fact, do the same. All those little micro touch points really help to get more eyeballs on this stuff. And by the way, if you saw my announcement, I'm going to actually even talk on how I ended up getting this. If you saw the announcement, speaking on April 17th here in downtown Denver for the Denver Startup Group, I put the link above. Limited seating, limited tickets. And so if you want to come see me speak live, then register. Register with that link. Would love to, meet you in person at some point in time. I think that'd be fantastic. Okay, so marketing misconceptions. This is our topic for today. And I want to get you guys the right strategies, but also the right strategies have to start with mindset. And if you have the wrong mindset, you have the wrong mentality about marketing, well, you're not going to be very successful at marketing. So one thing I hear a lot I hear this from CEOs of $50 million companies, and I hear this from small one-person entrepreneurial startups that are like literally just getting started, is that you need money to be good, or to be able to put marketing into action. You need cash, right? People are like, well, I need investments. No, you don't. You can organically grow sales for your business, whether you sell a product, whether you sell a multi-million-dollar service. You can build that completely organically. Marketing does not need money. Marketing does not need cash. You can organically do this, and there's a couple ways that you can, right off the bat. Let's say you have a product. You can easily use social for organic marketing. These live streams don't cost me a dime besides my time. Time is the revenue. Time is cash. It's either you're going to invest money or you're going to invest time. Eventually you're going to be investing both, hopefully, to like really grow your business. And let me take a step back. Let me clarify something, by the way. By business, if you don't have to be an entrepreneur to have your own business. You can be a real estate agent. You can be a salesperson. You could be a marketing director. You could be a president of the company. You could be an account manager. That is your business. You run that domain, and your job, your role in a company is either growth or maintenance, right? You're either helping to maintain revenue or you're either helping to grow revenue, all right? So you can immediately start using social media, video, podcast, live stream. I've done so much content on this to start growing your sales, start growing your business. And so that's the first step here. It all comes down, social media is all about content. And I did a whole stream on content that drives sales on social media. Make sure you go back and check that out. It is uploaded on my YouTube page, and you can always refer back to that. Quick coffee sip here. Okay, so next. One thing people forget about marketing is using channels. Now this gets very convoluted because some people will use a channel like, they think this means like go out and pitch and spam a bunch of people and say, hey, if you promote my product, I'll give you 5%. No one gives a shit and no one wants to promote your product. I'm sorry. There's no value there. So with partner channels, go find who has your audience, who has the ability for expansion, who has the group that you're trying to reach, and it may even be a competitor, right? I have partnered up with competitors of mine to grow our sales. I have collaborated with competitors to grow business. So I would much rather partner, I would much rather collaborate than try to compete, right? There's more than enough because social media, because of digital, because of content, everything out there, there's more than enough pieces of the pie, so to say. So another way, big marketing misconception of needing money is like, you can literally go do this tomorrow, go find some partners and start finding a way to collaborate to get your business out. The other thing that you can do here is traditional word of mouth, like hitting the phones, okay? Cold calling is not dead, and this is a young millennial telling you this, that start calling people. That doesn't cost you anything besides time. You may try to do all of these above. Social media is going to take time. This is going to take time, but you can immediately start growing sales with your word of mouth channels. Start asking your friends, start asking your neighbors, start asking people you've brushed shoulders with, and this will start to grow kind of like the flywheel of your brand. If you have a valuable product and service, you have a valuable brand, word of mouth is gonna, snowball on itself over a period of time. So that's number one. This is if you guys are watching this after the fact, or you're watching this now, which really appreciate you. If you're watching this now, you're just popping in, please do me a small favor. Give this a like, drop a comment, give a share. Super duper helpful. Let's dive into number 2 here of marketing misconceptions. Okay. So a lot of people think that you have to be massively creative to be good at marketing or to have successful marketing. It's not the case, especially because of all the noise we have out in the world today. Again, talking digital, talking all these different channels. There's so much freaking noise. It's so hard to break through on a consistent basis. And people are like, well, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner, but I'm not creative. So how could I ever be good at marketing? Well, here's the thing, is with all the noise, you're going to be better off by having clear messaging versus, that's right, sexy messaging. So let's think of those channels that you don't need to put money into. Social, your website, content, your social media profiles if you're deploying social selling. You don't have to be creative to have clear messaging. And when someone finds you, when someone engages with you, when someone comes across your stuff, you literally have seconds to capture their attention because we're so busy today. So I and clients of mine and people who I coach on this stuff, which is free, by the way, I give you all my information for free. I would much rather you have clear, concise, black and white messaging versus something that's sexy, right? I see it all the time. I work with a lot of tech companies. I even wrote something down here. We provide innovative tech solutions. What? Who cares? What value does that have to me? That could mean 100 different things. That could mean you sell SaaS product, you're in medical devices, or you're a managed service provider and you sell IT. No one cares about your woo-woo fluffy messaging. And I think, again, that's where people think like, oh, I gotta be creative with this. You can be creative. There's a way to find a blend between creativity and clarity, but you're much better off having a black and white clear messaging that provides value for people. Like my business, I help complex tech companies with LinkedIn lead generation and content marketing. It's so easy. It's so simple. I can say there's just so many ways I can go about that and make it really, really convoluted. And so as you guys are looking at your websites, your social, your content, your profiles, stuff that you're putting out, really identify, how can I make this clear? How can I make this black and white? How can I make it so dead easy for people to understand the value, what I do, how I help people, and what the end result of that is? Those are the three things that you should have in mind while putting this into momentum, okay? What I can do, how I can help people, and what the end result of that is. So, creativity ain't needed. I'm not a creative guy. People think I'm really creative because I do these videos and create all this content. I'm really not that creative. I have these very black and white kind of ideas, and then when I commit to doing stuff like this, that's when the creativity comes out, is through content and everything that happens with promoting myself out. But if you have something you're selling, don't need to be crazy with it. Don't need to be creative. Okay, so next piece here is let's see. I've got a couple here. You know what? I'm gonna jump from what I have here. Number 3. By the way, guys, if you're just jumping in, you're watching this after the fact, please do me a huge favor. Like this. Smallest thing you could possibly do is like this post, like this video, drop a comment below, and share it if you're really feeling generous today. Gotta hydrate. Okay, so number 3 biggest, most common marketing misconception is that marketing is intended just for prospects, just for prospecting. By prospecting, that means leads, like someone who is a direct buyer that can convert to sales. And so you don't need to market just for that. When you're thinking about your marketing strategy and what you're selling, what you're trying to promote, what you're trying to get out there, there's a lot of different opportunity just by marketing alone outside of prospects. So let me give you an example. Again, attached above is a link to a speaking gig I just got recently with Denver Startup Grind Denver. It's on April 17th. If you want to go to that, register. And I was able to get that opportunity by marketing, by putting myself out there. I didn't spend a dime to get involved with that, and I'm going to go and get in front of hundreds of people. That's going to bring me more opportunity. And I can share with you time and time again over the years of doing what I've been doing, of putting myself out there, putting my content out there, putting my brand out there, of opportunities that aren't direct prospects, but have led to other business opportunities. Again, whether it's with a podcast, whether it's with a sales opportunity, speaking. I've been invited into some of the top industry sales and marketing podcasts just from putting my own podcast out there, and just from putting video out there, and just from putting content out there. And so don't think that your marketing is just geared towards prospects. It's not. It's geared towards opportunity. Could even be partners. Could be a channel partner that you want to attract in those channel partners through your marketing activities. So try to remove yourself from your traditional mindset and your traditional thinking of marketing. This is a mindset movement to what you traditionally think about this stuff. All right. Moving down the line here. I'm not going to go super long today, by the way. I've been doing these every week. Sometimes I'll go 20 minutes. Sometimes I'll go an hour. I've got a pretty tight day here, so I've got 2 more pieces here for you. Number 4. Okay. Which one do we want to do next? Let's do this, because I think this is important. So no marketing, no successful marketing. When you see somebody who has a business or a brand, that doesn't happen overnight. That successful marketing activity, maybe it's ClickFunnels, some sort of digital channel that is helping someone to grow their business and they're sharing that with you. None of that happens overnight. Trade shows, right? I have a lot of clients that do trade shows and conferences and email marketing. It takes time to build on itself because marketing is never a one-time deal. It's never something you do. You never do like a one-time campaign. You can grow your sales with a one-time marketing campaign, but you're never going to do a one-time campaign and that's going to significantly change your business. You may tap into a channel that's going to help your sales grow, but it's never going to sustain itself and it's never going to stay consistent. And so with that, just understand that nothing works. Nothing happens quick. These live videos, I just started doing these a couple weeks ago. I don't expect anything from this right now. I'm gonna do this for a year. If I do this consistently and do a live stream every single Friday for an entire year, then I can reassess what the impact has been. I've done this with other channels. LinkedIn, for example. I've used the LinkedIn channel to focus in on that, make that successful, and then from there scale out to other places. So same with these live streams, same with the thing that you're gonna start, which is gonna start small. It's never gonna happen quick. You gotta give it the time, baby, to let it build, let it snowball on itself. So that's number 3 and 4. We are cooking with gas, on fire today, and I hope that you find this helpful. If you do, by the way, you're just jumping in, please like this, please share it, please comment. I know people need this information. I don't charge you a dime for it. All I ask that if anything I've ever put out for you has brought you value, give a little bit of love back. That would be super helpful. Okay, last is channels. So I think we're on 4 there, right? So number 5 is a lot of my peers who are millennials will start a business and they'll start off with a single channel. So usually they'll start with Facebook and they'll think that Facebook marketing is the end all be all, right? But again, think back to, not only just earlier in this stream, but all the content I've put out is that because we're so busy today, because we're so distracted today, there's so much noise out there, you can't just rely on one single channel. That's why I say, as a social media marketer and a younger millennial marketing, cold calling's good, email marketing's good, trade shows good, conferences are good. And so the misconception on this is, I just I just use Instagram and just dominate Instagram. That's good. That's a good starting place. But in tandem to using one channel, you should be kind of slowly building up your presence, building up your awareness through all those other channels. Use everything. Direct mail still works. Really great, by the way. So start with one. If you're gonna do this, start with one channel that you can stay consistent with. You know your market's there. LinkedIn, right? I used LinkedIn for years as my key channel, but while I've been using LinkedIn over the years to grow sales, I've started kind of building my awareness on Facebook and started building my awareness on Instagram and building my awareness through email and podcast channels and speaking engagements. But I found that one channel, I dominated at it, but I didn't just focus there. So start with one, start getting success there, then scale. But make sure you're not just relying on one. Make sure you are using everything at your disposal. All right, so those are really the biggest marketing misconceptions. If you have any questions or misconceptions of yourself or something maybe you thought about marketing, and I kind of cleared that up, drop it below. Drop a comment, drop a question. Share this with your people. Really appreciate it. And again, if you're just jumping in or you're watching this after the fact, Startup Grind Denver speaking April 17th. You can use the link above. Seats are limited. It's a small investment to get around great people who are doing great things and can help you grow your business. You'll get a chance to meet me in person, and prices will go up. These tickets will sell out. I will sell these tickets out here before the end of before the event in April. So I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it. Don't forget to subscribe to the Mile High Mentors podcast if you get a chance. Have a great weekend. Guys, by the way, if I can help you with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll see you on the other side.